In 1948, a dead man was found on a beach in Adelaide, Australia. And to this day, nobody on Earth knows who he was. Not a single person. No name, no country of origin, no family, no records. Nothing. This man existed, and then he didn't. And the trail he left behind is one of the most bizarre rabbit holes you will ever go down. So here's what happened. On December 1st, 1948, early in the morning, a neatly dressed man was discovered propped up against a seawall on Somerton Beach. He was wearing a suit, a tie, polished shoes. He looked like he could have been sleeping, except he wasn't. He was gone. And when police searched his body, they found absolutely no identification. No wallet, no passport, no driver's license, nothing with a name on it. But here's where it gets really unsettling. Every single label had been carefully cut from his clothing. Every tag, every brand marker, every laundry mark, all of it had been deliberately removed. Someone, either him or somebody else, did not want this man to be identified. And that level of effort, that level of precision, that's not something a random person does. That's intentional. That's calculated. Now police ran his fingerprints through every database they had access to at the time. They sent his description to agencies around the world. They published his photograph in newspapers across multiple countries. And nobody came forward. Nobody recognized him. Nobody reported him missing. Think about that for a second. A grown man in a suit, clearly well kept, clearly not living on the streets. And not a single human being on the planet said, "Yeah, I know that guy." But the real twist in this case, the thing that has haunted investigators for over 75 years, was found weeks later. When they examined his clothing more carefully, they discovered a tiny, hidden pocket that had been stitched into the lining of his trousers. And inside that pocket was a small, rolled-up piece of paper with 2 words printed on it. Tamam Shud. That's Persian. It translates to ended or finished. And those 2 words were torn from the final page of a very specific book called the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, which is a collection of Persian poetry about the mysteries of life and fate. So now police had to find the actual book this scrap was torn from. And they did. A man came forward and said he'd found a copy of the Rubaiyat tossed into the back seat of his unlocked car, which was parked near Somerton Beach around the time of the death. And when they examined the back of that book, they found something that still has not been explained. There was a sequence of faintly penciled letters, seemingly random, written in the back cover. Some letters were crossed out. Some were capitalized. And to this day, cryptographers, intelligence analysts, and amateur code breakers have never been able to definitively crack what those letters mean. Some believe it was a one-time cipher pad used in espionage. Others think it was a personal code, or even just meaningless scribbles. But given the context of everything else in this case, meaningless feels like the least likely explanation. It gets even stranger. Also written in the back of the book was a phone number. That phone number belonged to a nurse who lived about 400 meters from where the body was found. When police contacted her, she was visibly shaken, but denied knowing the man. She asked them not to reveal her identity publicly. And for decades, her name was kept secret. Many researchers believe she knew exactly who this man was, and took that knowledge to her grave. Now, here's the thing that really gets me. In 2022, a professor of anatomy actually exhumed the body and ran DNA analysis using modern technology. And while some researchers have claimed to narrow down a possible identity, nothing has been officially confirmed or universally accepted. We are literally in an era where we can trace ancestry back thousands of years. And this man still doesn't have a confirmed name. So I need you to sit with this for a second. How does a person walk through life, interact with other humans, exist in the modern world, and then die leaving absolutely zero trace of who they were. Was he a spy whose identity was scrubbed by a government? Was he someone running from a past so dark he erased himself? Or is there an explanation we haven't even considered yet? Drop your theory, because honestly, after all these years, we still need one that actually holds up. I am looking to make this channel interactive. I am your host, Emma, and I am grateful for every one of you. Again, please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, stay a little spooked